Dun, 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 dun. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, mentorship was meant to be mastered by the Force. And there are no less than two, a Jedi Master and a Padawan. In today's society, it is very similar. We have mentors that help us not only attain personal growth, but professional growth. For me, I first had an exceptional experience being a protege when I stepped foot into my first branch advisor role as a financial advisor. And I got to tell you, I was super excited to have my very own office until the manager came in and threw a stack of files on my desk this big, two bigger binders, and a fully loaded agenda for my first day, to which I looked shocked and responded, but I don't even know how to log into your systems in this department. And that manager responded with, well, good luck with that, and walked out the door. I was dismayed, totally distraught, not unlike an unwielding young Padawan who's been thrown into battle. Enter my Jedi Master. Her name was Mary. She saw that look of concern, but she also identified that there was something in me worth investing her time and energy in. Thus entered an important relationship that we've actually fostered now for well over 20 years. Today, we're going to take and explore what a successful mentor and protege relationship looks like, starting with becoming the Jedi Master. What does it take to be a Jedi Master and make them successful? Well, the first thing I think of is wisdom. Identify with Yoda. His understanding of the Force is unwielding. His experience in battle is unparalleled. And that makes it important to pass forward that information to a young Padawan learner. Yoda's also exceptionally patient. Think about that moment where young Luke was just too rash and needed to leave to go and save his friends. Yoda knew he'd be back, and he wielded patience to help and guide his protege to success. Mentors are also exceptionally empathetic individuals. They don't steal the thunder and try to shield their proteges from the emotions that happen from the exceptional highs of winning a battle, or maybe getting your first deal properly approved, or those really horrible defeats, those failures that just hit you in the pit of your stomach. They also are committed to developing those under their charge. They have what I call a developmental bias. They believe that that individual is worth supporting and digging into and helping them. And finally, they have humility. For after all, there is a point in time that every protege becomes a master themselves. And so there's a balance that shifts where a protege might be able to provide insight to that master. Now, on the flip side, let's look at our young Padawans. What is it that is needed to happen in order to take responsibility for your learning and development? Well, the first thing is you need to be open to learning. And this is something that's been very difficult for me, if I'm being honest. I like to believe I know everything about everything. I have the last name of Wright. It's sort of inherited in me. But I recognize the importance that I'm not always right. The other thing that comes to mind is taking initiative. The master should not be doing all the work. The protege needs to take action. Just like Luke traveling to Dagobah, he took that on his own to seek and find guidance. They also need to embrace challenges and head forward into that fight. For me, it was taking on more complex deals, showing respect and gratitude for your master and for the learning process is very important. And most importantly, actually taking and applying the lessons that you learned so you can solidify what you have taken on and absorbed. Now, a mentor's impact doesn't end with the relationship. It lives on in the protege. And so the importance of taking on that role, which is very important to be a Jedi Master, is that you learn that you're leaving a lasting impact. And you're empowering future leaders, just like we're doing in our mentor relationships at Toastmasters, and moving on and bringing forward that legacy. In closing, whether you are a mentor, a protege, just embrace the journey. Take on that path. Look at ways to solidify that relationship. If you haven't heard from your mentor in a while, protege, pick up the phone. Likewise, if you're the mentor and your protege isn't reaching out, they might be struggling just a little bit. Pick up the phone, send them a text. I want to encourage everyone to bring the force with you on your next protege and mentorship relationship.